Hey, Christy at Lemon Crafty again today. I wanted to talk to you about some tips I picked up that I wanted to share with you when working on a Infinity or a Serenity or a Gallery London or Cindy Wood, any kind of blanket S loom. Sometimes when you're wrapping, um, you might skip a peg, and actually, I skipped one on purpose right here so I can show you what I do about that. You don't have to unwrap and rewrap again because that's wasting time. I'll just show you a little trick about what I do, and you may do something different. It's whatever you want to do, but I'm just showing you what I do. Also, sometimes we get distracted when we're looming or we're really tired and we're going to do one more row. You know how that is. And you end up making a mistake. Well, if you do make a mistake and you join your panels accidentally from your starter peg and your finish peg, then I'm going to show you how to fix that. Uh, to begin with, a lot of people will not wrap like three pegs here to leave that open so they'll know, it'll give them a visual of not to connect. And then some people do what I've done here. I've put a red starter peg here, and then I colored my top of my other peg with black so I know not to connect. But sometimes we still do it. I connected on purpose so I could show you how to fix it in case you do that without having to rip out your work or tick back your stitches and change them and then have to rewrap all over again. That would be a headache with all these pegs on this board. So I'm going to show you how I do it. This is how I fix this right here where I've connected two panels. I take some yarn that matches and I take one end and I tie it as close as I can to the panel over here on one side, just like this. Okay, and make sure you got it tight. Then I tie it again just for good measure. All right, okay. Then I cut that off so far because you want some enough to weave in. Then I take the same yarn that I had and I go over here on the other side and I do the same thing. I tie it over here and make a knot. And so you're leaving, I've got my other pieces here where I've changed colors I need to work in. You're leaving a piece right here in between. See where I tied that first knot? And now I've put this next piece and I'm tying the second knot. You leave this because you're going to cut this. You don't want to cut this till you tie both knots, one on each end. Because if you do, you're going to unravel your blanket. And then I just take this and make a second knot. I like to tie at least two knots to make sure that I got it good and tight. And then I take my scissors and I cut right down the middle of where I joined it. And there you go. Your two panels are separate. Now they're apart. You didn't have to tick back. You didn't have to rip out your project. You didn't have to change a thing. Now all you'll have to do is go back and you can do it as you're working. And you need to cut this off. If you had a big long piece of yarn, need to cut this off somewhere along the way. And all you'll have to do is go back and work this in with a crochet hook, like so. And then, you can trim it off after you um, work it in far enough. And just pull it in through your crochet hook under your stitches in the back and just work it in on in and work that piece in as far as you want to go. And see, there's your finished edge and your panels are separated. So that's a good way to do that. If you were to accidentally do that, remember that because that saves you a lot of time. And then if you are knitting on your loom and you're wrapping around and you're like, uh-oh, I didn't wrap around that peg. It's okay. So you're just going to go ahead and just go down your line and knit off your pegs like you normally do. And then when you come to this peg, just slip that over it like that right there. Just like that right there. And knit off. And it will be absolutely fine. It happens to me every now and then when I'm wrapping. I get to wrapping too fast or and I just slip it back over, and you will never know any difference. You don't have to unwrap everything and rewrap because you skipped a couple pegs. And if you skip two or three, it's okay. Just flip that back over and just knit off. It's that simple. And you'll never know the difference. You'll never be able to tell it on your blanket. So that's 2 tips I have for you today. I hope they help. Give me some likes, give me some comments. Please subscribe to my channel. And I will be getting back with you when I start changing colors again. I will show you how I change colors as I go down my loom. And as I get close to the end, I'm probably going to show you, I know I'm going to show you how I bind off a blanket. And we'll go from there. So if anything else comes along as I'm going along that I think I can show you to help you in your blanket making, I will do so. But have a great day. Have fun with your looming, and we will talk to you later. Bye.